Hello, we are All Our Exes live in Texas, and you are watching/listening to Austin Underground.
Hi, my name is Bonny Chu. I'm with All Our Exes and live in Texas. And how are you guys today?
Good, thank you.
Double thumbs up. So good.
All right. So, could you guys introduce yourselves and tell us what instrument you play?
My name is Georgia. I play the mandolin.
I'm Alana. I play the stomach Steinway, otherwise known as the accordion.
The Devil's Backpack. I'm Hannah and I play the ukulele.
And I'm Katie and I play the guitar.
Champion.
Pass the mic.
Well, so this is your first time at South by, correct? And how is it serving you guys today?
Well, I had too many very strong cocktails last night, so I got quite a sore head, but it's amazing. It's just like a crazy zoo. There's so many people from all over the world. There's so many incredible bands that we all want to see, so we just feel excited to be here, even as punters, let alone to be able to play. It's pretty great.
Same as above.
Same.
All right. So, are there any specific songs you wanted to catch your fans with? Like any song that you really love the most out of all your album?
I really like Georgia's song "Childhood Home," which we don't play that often. I think that's why it's a bit of a special treat every time. But it's got a really beautiful string arrangement on it that I think is half by Tillman Robinson and half by Lucien McGuinness. We just sampled bits of each, and it also has an omnichord on it, which is this beautiful. It's like a harp, like a digital harp thing. I think that's a really pretty song.
Yeah. What's yours?
My favourite is one that Hannah wrote called Parking Lot. And it's so much fun to sing. We all sing in unison and it feels very kind of empowering, and it's really fun to do live, and it's kind of a bit heavier, on the heavier side from the rest of the album. So yeah, a bit of electric guitar. What's yours, Hansi?
I think it changes. I think at the moment I'm really loving When the Sun Comes Up because of the drums. Because when we play it live, there's no drums, and I just hear them in my head the whole time that we're playing, and you kind of start rocking out on stage, pretending that the drums are there, and then you're like, oh, the audience has no idea what you're doing. Like, they can't hear the drums. But yeah, the drum fills are still in my head from the record.
Yeah.
Pass it along.
That's great. And do you guys write songs collectively usually, or does one kind of, go, yeah, I got something, let me show you guys, and then it just kind of alternates?
Hannah.
Hello. Hi, welcome. We generally write songs by ourselves. So we go home and we'll write a song and then we'll bring it to the group and then workshop it together to add in the harmonies and the arrangements and make it our sound, I guess. We recently wrote a song all together, and we've been, I think in the future, in the next 6 months, we're going to write a lot. Well, I mean, we're hoping to write a lot, and I think that'll be a mixture of writing by ourselves, but also trying to start writing collectively a bit more. But this record itself, When We Fall, that was all individual songs that we then workshopped. Yeah.
Yeah, I checked out your new album, and it seems really interesting. Is there anything new that we should expect out of it as well? Anything that you consider is different from your other songs?
Katie.
Go long. Well, I guess every song we've released so far, apart from so we had an EP a long time ago that was kind of something we did fairly quickly, because this band sort of started as a bit of a happy accident. So we didn't really think that there was going to be a second gig. We sort of formed and had a really lovely time and somehow got more gigs. And so the first EP was kind of like, we should record something. And it was mostly covers, and it was really it was a really live sound. So it sort of was similar to the way that our live show sounded. And this record was quite different in the sense that, we have drums and bass and strings. And so the whole album feels a bit more kind of full than the live show, because the live show is so much about, I think, our personalities and interacting with each other and having a lovely time on stage. And that's quite hard to capture on a record. So we went in a different direction and tried to make it more about, honouring the songs and honouring the music in a kind of different way to we do live. So yeah, I guess there's more stuff going on the record than there is in the live show.
I just wanted to add one thing to that, which is there's a cover that we did as a B-side to The Devil's Part, which is the single we put out, and it's a Tame Impala cover of the song Eventually, which you can look up. There's a video of that. But yeah, it's an extra. It's not on the album. It's a little extra thing.
All right. Thank you very much. And would you guys say that there's a certain inspiration, any other bands that you admire that helped you create this?
There are lots of bands that we all love, and I guess we all also have individual influences in our songwriting. But I think at the moment we have been listening to lots of Father John Misty and Margaret Glaspie, kind of Ryan Adams, Martha Wainwright. Yeah, sometimes we sort of get compared a little bit to the McGarrigle sisters from Canada. So yeah.
Lots of folk and singer-songwriter artists.
Yeah.
And why exactly folk music? Is it just something that you guys all collectively love?
It's the best. Yeah.
I think also it's just naturally the format of having 4 singers that all play instruments, the instruments that we play, will just lean towards folk and the beautiful harmonies that you get in that genre. But yeah, we also were all listening to folk music when we formed the band and continue to listen to folk music. And we were quite inspired by bluegrass as well. But because we just picked our instruments up just before we formed the band, we're not a bluegrass band because we can't play solos. So folk was the natural thing for us.
Well, it sounds really good. You guys are really, getting up there. That I really liked your album as well. And so is there any specific place that you toured and was considered one of your favorites? Any, great memories?
Yes.
Hi. We went to, I think for me anyway, the best place was Ireland. We went to Ireland last year for a week, and we played at Clonakilty Guitar Festival, and we played in a place called Ballydehob, and we played in Dublin. And I think the first day we got to Dublin, we just made friends with this group of people who took us out and showed us Dublin, and they were so beautiful and nice, and they kind of set the tone for the trip. And when we went to Ballydehob, the people who ran that pub let you stay in the pub, in the house, and they cook you food from the vegetables that they grew in their garden, and they were just so beautiful. And yeah, it'd be we don't know anyone in Ireland, but all of our shows were really full because people in Ireland just wanted to come and see folk music, and they were just...
And they all know each other.
They all know each other.
People living there.
They all sang along to the song.
They'd learnt some of the songs before they'd come to the show. And the show we did in Ireland, my parents came. They flew from Amsterdam to come and see. And it was this show, which we thought no one was going to come to, but it was totally packed. And all these people had learnt the words. And then they gave us a standing ovation. And my mum and dad were like, "Oh my God, this is what you do with your life." And I was like, yeah, all shows are like this. This is great. But yeah, that was definitely that was the highlight of my life, basically, that week in Ireland. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Also touring with the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, that sounds really good. You guys should take me with you because they sound so hospitable. I guess my last question would be, what do you guys see yourself doing? Do you guys consider making more music as, one of your main professions?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're really excited about this record, and we're really excited about touring it and, coming back to the States and going back to Ireland and also super excited about the next record because we've all started writing already and it's all... because we've been playing these songs for quite a while now, and so we're really pumped to get some new stuff happening. And it's just so, we all have individual, before this band started, we all were solo artists, and having a collective of 4 people who are all working towards the same thing and all working as hard as each other, it's been so much more fun and easier than pushing your own solo stuff, because it can feel really narcissistic as well. Whereas I don't feel so bad about being like, how good is Hannah's song, you know, or like it feels. So yeah, we're all musicians by heart, and we will always make music. And I think it's like a very exciting point to be at, where you can sort of see it continuing for your whole life in some form, definitely.
All right, thank you very much. I'm Bonny Chu. I'm with Austin Underground, and All Our Exes live in Texas. Follow us on social media, and I'll see you next time.